Trooper Loops. How are you guys? Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop whoop. Okay. Anywho, I got Sheldon walking around. Hi, Lindsay. Hi. How are you? Everybody good? Everybody good? You guys want to see Sheldon real quick? He is such a big boy. Look at him. Guys, he's getting huge, huge. Like, I legit am gonna have to put a diaper on him. Mama gonna have to put a diaper on you? Is Mama gonna have to put a diaper on you? And you're just so cute. He's like, yep. I cannot believe how big he's getting. I mean, he really is like, he's a big boy. So, I just sent the kids to the store to grab some stuff for dinner. I had steak out, but there wasn't enough steak. Because I meant to take out 2 packages and I took out 1. And then Lonnie's like, I want, double stuffed baked potatoes. And I'm like, oh, what the frig? Like, why is this gotta be like this big giant gourmet freaking dinner? So the whole point of the whole thing is I really like, my intuition. I really feel like they're gonna call me. So don't be like, oh, I'm buffering. Because it's probably just gonna be my kids being like, Ma, what type of potatoes did you say? The big fucking brown ones that say Bakers. So, anywho, yeah, he's getting huge. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. I can't wait for, like, whether I stay here or move to build him, like, an enclosure. Because, I mean, he's got a huge tank, but that doesn't cut it. He spends a lot of time walking around. Ooh, barbecue chicken and crock pot sounds really good, too. So, yeah, I haven't had steak. Oh, I can't say that. I have steak at least once a week. I'm just gonna say I haven't had steak in a while, and today's energy is intense. I've been too busy like working and doing personal reads and that type of stuff. So yeah, new moon energy is coming. I mean, it's the lowest point of moon energy, but I love new moon energy. I do. I've been slacking on charging my crystals too. I need a haircut so bad. When your hair gets just like so long and thick, like even like washing it, like the conditioner just not really doing its trick anymore. I'm like, oh my God, am I there? I'm there again. Just had a cut a couple months ago. Oh, it's the strongest point for you because you were born on 1. Yeah, but it's still not the strongest part of the moon. So I don't know how that works, Bells. You'd think I would. I know it's significant, but it's definitely plays a significant role in my life too, right? So, anywho. Yeah, I like the Garnier every once in a while. I've been using a Salon shampoo now, trying to get rid of that Pantene, but sometimes like when my hair needs it, I know it's not good, but I'm telling you guys, like it's the only shit that gets through my hair. That's because it's conditioned, right? It's so used to Pantene or whatnot, but so I know the energy is up and down. A lot of people are going through breakups. A lot of people are rekindling. Like it's kind of all over the place. And I almost came on last night and talked to you guys. And I kind of want to discuss. Yeah.
Just so you know, one of the gray cats is in the garage.
Oh, all right, Max. I'll grab him. Thank you. I almost wanted to come in last night and have a video of you guys, like if you're going through a breakup or a separation, because we can see it in our cards, right? We can see what's kind of going on. And then I was like, yeah, that's great. I'm going to do that. And then I was talking to a friend, and she reminded me that I was kind of helping her through something. She's like, wow, you should really do like some type of step program and da-da-da. And remember about a year ago I told you guys like I want to do some type of program and steps and probably like a 3-part video. And that came back to me, and I'm like, yeah, I've been saying that for years, but then I got to get certain things copywritten and get a lawyer involved, and there's just a lot of work to it, which I'm not afraid of the work, right? But I know when I first put that video out, somebody tried to take it and post it on their website claiming it was theirs, right? So I got to be really careful about it. So I want to be there for you guys too and explain, and I will, but I really think like that's part of my future, you know? So it's like I can only give out so much information if that's going to be part of what's next for me, you know? So it kind of made sense that I had that conversation with her in the midst of wanting to do that video. And then her reminding me of something that was already supposed to be put into motion, right? So could have a lot to do with the retrogrades too, but I got to be careful because a lot of people are stealing a lot of people's ideas right now and trying to make things their own. And so I got to be careful. I still want to be there for you guys too, right? But like, you know what it kind of like boils down to at the same time. What's up, Buttercup? Shut the.
Yes.
I got Sheldon on the floor.
Oh.
That's all right. Let her in. Shut the door real quick. I was
No,
talking to you.
Keep going, dude.
What's up?
Huh? I was just bringing Lucy in here. I was gonna go make nachos. I just didn't want Lucy going downstairs, and then she starts barking while she's by herself, so I just brought her in here.
Sure, hang out with you. Do me a favor. After you go downstairs and you're done your nachos, will you bring Max back inside? He's in the garage.
Okay.
I love you.
Someone just opened the garage.
Huh?
Someone just opened the garage. Hope we didn't get out.
No, I doubt he did. But hey, bring me a nacho.
Okay.
So I want to be able to still guide you, but I gotta actually be careful because I've always been that reader that gives too much information, too much this, too much that, right? And I never think it's never enough. Everybody needs advice, right? But she has a really good point, because sometimes I'm naive to that, and if I can benefit people in the future with guiding them through certain steps and what it takes, then you know we've done it. You've watched me transform you guys' life too in the midst of me transforming my life. So what's meant to be will be, but people will always try to steal somebody else's ideas and philosophies, and you know what I mean? So for those who are going through a really hard time, I completely understand. And I'm still here for you. So the fact that I was even going to come and do one of those videos again, you know, it kind of tells me you guys are in that situation. So just, you know, hang in there. It really is all about motivating yourself. And I know it's really hard to self-motivate in this energy, especially with all these retrogrades going on and everything else that's going on in the world. And, you know, breakup, makeups, third parties, you know, there's a lot. Okay, so just hang in there. You're doing good. You're doing good. And I'm still gonna advise you and you know what I mean? I just don't, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, jelly beans. So in some of you, like a 3-step program type thing. But I don't even know if I want to make it a 3-step program anymore. I just kind of want it to be maybe all one thing. I don't know. I just know it's an incredible, large amount of work. But right, I have all this knowledge. We talk about it all the time. But then I get frustrated because then I come to a point in my life where I'm like, now what do I do? Like, I've done this, I conquered this, I want something new. But I was able to help so many people. So why not help masses if I can, right? So I feel like that's why I'm continuously with just like stuck on where to go next, because I've already known I should be doing something like this, you know, and I haven't been, but it got brought to my attention again. So it makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna have to start working on that. That's not gonna be an overnight thing by any means. I mean, I really gotta go there again, you know. So I'm gonna end up doing that too. Majority of you, you know, we were blessed to kind of go through it together and learn together and that type of stuff. So I don't know where my next adventure will be. I think I'll always be an influencer. You know what I mean? Because it really is the simplest steps. It's just the hardest to do. But breaking it down in a way so people understand. And for some reason, I got that gift. I got the gift of gab. I got the gift of a lot of things. So I should probably start taking advantage of that. But besides that, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. Let's see what this energy is. Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Thursday, thanks, Bells. Thursday. I don't know why Richard Gere just came to me. Oh, I did a personal reading today and a song came through. I don't know if you guys can help me if they're going to watch this or not, but it was this song. I think it's Justin Bieber, but I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with his music, but something about sunrise on the darkest days. You got me feeling. There's this one. She's like, but you can get way more for like $16, or they have this steak, but it looks like it's less, but it's probably a better cut for like $32. And I'm like, how about you go with the $18 one? Get the freaking steak and the potatoes and get home. I knew they were gonna call. It was a fucking given. It was a given. So Despacito, okay? All right. So if you're watching, I did your personal today. There you go. And I know it was Kim's or Holly's. It's one or the other. Hi, Michael. So, anywho. All right, so I think you're putting some good effort in. It seems to be paying off. I think the balance seems to be okay right now. I think you really need to keep your ultimate goal in mind, okay? Especially if it has to do with hard work or what you're working towards. And it's ironic because now you got dedicated effort, right? So it's like I really feel like with this Six of Pence, it's more like receiving what you want, you know, reciprocity, that type of thing. Just keep up the good work. So there's something going on that's positive, but probably doesn't feel or seem positive, okay? Are you understanding what's happening? Are you standing in your integrity? Are you being strong? Are you being positive? Are you being supportive? Like, there's a lot coming out of this deck for you guys. So I wouldn't give up, okay? with whatever this is saying today. So that's too many. So we got lead, which is kind of obviously like the Emperor, right? Something about the way he's looking. I don't know if it's like you're projecting something per se. I don't really think so. I don't try to dominate a situation, I think is what this is saying. Just kind of flow. Even though an Emperor doesn't normally flow, they lead. But I feel like you should kind of like take in what's happening. You definitely want to prioritize, like that fucking tongue twister right now. I can say it in my head. I know you guys know the word I'm looking for. It's priorities, but prioritize. Why is that a tongue twister for me today? So I don't know what that's regarding. Maybe you're having a really tough time prioritizing. Strange. Because that's not a word I would get stuck on. So maybe you need to prioritize and you're having a really hard time. So just try not to control a situation. So you got nurture, and this is kind of like, it is the Empress. So now you got the Emperor and the Empress. So you're putting work into something, right? But this is somebody who's grateful, who, this deck, right? Graceful type thing. But this is also saying you might, in this deck, you might want to meditate, right? So this deck is a little different. So I feel like you're seeing some type of reciprocity, some type of something. I think there is some type of blessing in disguise here, but you would freaking never know it, and the heart chakra was reversed. Because she's all about abundant energy and cherishing a situation, but I mean, we do have... I can see this story going two ways. But I don't think it's... I think this is more meant to read... It's like I want to read it in a positive way, but I don't think it is. So I think something's just off balance. That sucks. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. For others of you, if the story ends up turning, then still continue to put an effort somewhere, especially if you're feeling the synergy out of a situation. It just means you guys have some type of future, and it's positive, and you're in the midst of understanding. I think the story is going to turn, and you're not on even playing grounds right this second. Fucking deck is sticky as shit. No, I got the... something was fucking dark. It was like black. I saw a card just right that second that was completely black, and obviously we don't have a black card in this deck. So it might have been like the Ten of Swords energy that kind of wanted to like make an appearance. That was very strange. So there's a void. There's definitely a void open here. I don't know how to take that though. What's this Ace of Wands? So this still might be positive. There's this Ace of Wands. But it's like a new idea. It's passion. It's moving forward. Got the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, but you also have the Fool. So this is both. So I think there's a risk. It's a risky situation. But it looks like you're going to have a new start. I think it might be more like, oh my God, this is risky. Yeah, see the Eight of Cups. So this story is going to go both ways. To me, so here's what this is saying. So we have a situation, okay, where, hi everyone, hey, you're seeing synergy, okay, you're seeing reciprocity, you're seeing something pan out, you're having faith, you're putting in the effort, and it's paying off somewhere whether you see it or not, okay. But then you had dedicated effort and walking away. So there's something difficult, right? So basically lack of positivity for sure, but keep up the good work and keep striving. So basically you're walking away, or someone's walking away from a situation where they put enough time and effort into it and it's just not panning out. Okay, so again, the story is going both ways. You might be defensive, a little confused, but something for sure is gonna move forward. What's this Emperor type energy? So could there be a marriage? Yeah, see, you got the World, so there's that. Yeah, see, there's an ending of something karmic and toxic. Okay, so this must be confusing for a lot of people, because in the midst of an ending, there's something else going on. And it's risky, but you're attracted to it. It's like a moth to fire. It's shiny. And you're seeing, like, you're seeing something positive. I gotta get the cat. Come on. Come on. Well, then get in here. Where's Sheldon? Sheldon, where are you? What are you doing under there, buddy? So you're seeing something positive. But it's like shiny, like, ooh. So there could be an ending of a marriage. What's this Empress? Could be somebody at a distance, but this is you wrapping up something. You're walking away from something you put a lot of work into, but it's not working. And with the Empress, you have the King of Cups with the Five of Pence, with a third party, deception, lies, communication. There's a lover. There's somebody else in the picture. So this Empress either has someone new. Yeah, somebody new came into your life and somebody gets left out. But this Empress is leaving an energy behind. So you guys are in a complicated situation. What's this Eight of Cups? You've put in a lot of work, okay? Yeah, brokenhearted, but moving forward, reminiscing. Narcissistic energy too. I don't know what end that's coming from, but there's a new cycle. You're about to be lifted. Lifted, something, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly. So there was interference. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. sometimes in life, yeah, see, it's like torn, but this is like, there was definitely a third party. But now it looks like there's two women, and over here that looks like there's two men. So, okay. So this is tricky, guys, because you're probably talking to somebody. There's some type of new experience happening, okay? But at the same time, this is a marriage. You walking away from a marriage. And we knew this energy was already here. I guess now it's like, how do I want to explain it? Because this is just like, oh yeah, normal energy, freaking third party, broken heart, like feeling left out. But there's like something else here. So it looks like there's one energy, you got something and they got something. So the lesson is to let go. Like, you put in all the work that you could. It didn't work out. This hurtful energy, right? You pulled peace. So a being of love, releasing all negative energy. We knew you were holding on to negative energy. All right. Be at peace with the situation. I know it's a hard situation. You can't just be like, yeah, be at peace and, yada, yada. But there's heartache on this end, there's heartache on that end, which means there's heartache on another end. You got death. Okay, I'm learning that an ending is a new beginning. You got guilt. So there's some guilt here too about how things went down and how things are ending. Tell me about the world. This is over. And Eight of Pentacles with the Tower. So the Emperor is having a really hard time, really focused on work right now, okay? Because that's where his brain is pulling him. But right in front of him, there's this new person. Or you're already in the picture. Now, with this Empress, okay, it looks like she might have chose a different energy too. Like, so basically, we got 4 fucking people. So, and everybody in the midst of all of this, 6 of Cups. So this Empress was giving her energy to 2 different people. So this Empress was giving her energy to her husband and to somebody new. And I'm sure the masculine's having a hard time with that. But I don't like, what's this? It's a 6 of Pentacles. It's a 6 of Pentacles with the Empress. Because she was giving to both. And now somebody, like, is out of the picture. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. What is the 6 of Pentacles, please? 7 of Wands. Shows she's blocking an energy. But she seems to be in a third party too. What the actual fuck, guys? Who's the real person? Who's the keeper? I guess is all I'm going to say here, because everyone has somebody in their life. For whoever's the story is for. There's... Hi.
Do I put that steak that I got in the fridge or leave that with that one?
Leave it out. Did you buy the 4 potatoes?
Yes.
Are they in plastic?
Yeah, I carried them in that bag.
Okay, but they're not individually wrapped?
No.
Okay. Put the oven at 350 and wrap each potato in tin foil.
Okay.
You know what to do first? Slice it in half the long way, and then put it back together and wrap it in tin foil and let them bake for like an hour.
Okay.
Make sure you slice it the long way.
Yeah, I got it. Not all the way through, right?
Yeah, all the way through. Slice it completely in half.
Oh. No. Oh.
Because you want you want the double stuffed potatoes, right? So we have to scoop out the potato and then mash them, and then put them back in and then stuff them.
But I cook them before I did that, right?
Right. So cut them in half lengthwise,
Okay.
and then take the whole potato itself and put it back in tin foil.
Yep.
Can you shut my door, please? I'm live. She didn't hear me. So... Nine. Okay. So, sorry for the interruption. Where was I? We got to figure out who's meant to be in whose life. Okay. So you have a marriage that's ending. One. Each of that husband and wife. You got the husband, you got the wife. The wife has somebody, the husband has somebody. So there's obviously a separation that already occurred, okay? Unless there is a separation there's a divorce. The divorce is going to go down. That's a given with justice in the tower. There's a divorce that's happening. So now we have 4. But now it looks like this Empress, whoever she's involved with, is also married. So that's a fucking failure. That's not even... I mean, what's meant to be will be, but that's some karmic shit, because you're already fucking married. And now you involve yourself with another married person. So this is a delicate situation too. Because now you have the original husband and wife that are separating, already been separated, going through a divorce. They each have somebody anyway. Regardless if the other person's in a marriage or not. There's definitely a marriage on both ends, or they've been married. There's something. There's a family. It's cards... It's a given. It's here. Okay. I don't know how that woman's karma is going to pan out. Not too great, because she's not even out of her own marriage. And now you have another woman that's over here that's linked to the third party. Are you guys following what I'm saying? So it's like someone's getting out of a karmic marriage, but either he or she got involved with another married person. That's going to be just as karmic. Y'all relating? How the fuck are you living your life right now without going crazy? Okay. So I don't know if this one thinks they can justify what's happening because they're getting out of their marriage or not. I don't know, you know. But now you have this one other woman that's sitting right here, and you're looking at her like she's fucking gold. She's shiny. Your friends in this situation? But see, I think the husband is just finding out about the wife being with someone else. But the thing is, the husband has somebody too, right? But it's still a tower moment for this energy because it's coming to a realization of what's going down. So this gets tricky because there's a lot of fucking people in the picture. And someone's married seeing a married person, or you're both married and you're both separated and you're both seeing a married person. It's like, what are you doing to yourselves? Like, well, this other energy was married. So let's see what the feminine's doing to herself right now, because the Empress, which is the one that's separating, she's still trying to give to both situations though, which is fucked up. All right, she met someone new, she's dating, she's getting back out there. Okay? But the fucked up thing is she's doing it with somebody who's probably already in a relationship. Okay? And now this Emperor that is separating or getting a divorce, he's got somebody else anyway, because he's got the Queen of Wands right next to him, and he looks at her like she's fucking shiny, but yet he's hurt because of this Empress. Okay, so cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, playing things over in his head over and over and over again. Okay, but he also has a soulmate over here. So we're going to get to the bottom of this, because I'm not going to read this every single fucking day. There's no effing way. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? So he's in a sketchy situation too, because this woman's carrying the Five of Swords. Right? Because she's like, I'm only going to tolerate so much. So she's watching this person. So the Queen of Wands, which is the other woman, is watching this person go through pain and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, with her, oh, okay, so you guys, someone's got a really good connection with somebody, because it's twin flames, yin yang, balance, unity, duality. You complete each other, you complement each other. So now we know this other woman that came into this masculine's life is clearly a meant to be scenario. But how is it she's coping in the midst of this? Because this one's coping with pain and jealousy So she's seeing someone else, but so isn't he. But he's upset and jealous and trying to cope. So how is this other woman coping? Because I don't think she's coping too well.
Do I put them on a pan or just a rack?
You can, yeah, put them on a pan, one of the little square pans. Okay.
You mean like the long rectangle ones?
Yep. So with the Empress, she's also carrying the axe, a breakup, a separation, you know. She could even be given the silent treatment, or somebody's giving her the silent treatment. So she's going through this separation, this divorce, but she's also talking to someone else. But now this man has another woman in his life that seems to be a soulmate or a twin flame. Twin flame came out, but you know how I feel about labels, okay? That seems to be a meant to be scenario. So how the fuck is everybody coping with this? This is like a shit show. Chances are, tell me with this date card, chances are the snake, she's clever, malicious, looking over her shoulder, the other woman. So see what I said? She is married. This other guy that she's dating, okay, this is like, let's just get this out in the open, and you guys really take this in, because I'm not going to continue to read this bullshit, okay? Now, we have a husband and wife, okay, that are separated. Chances are they're going to start a divorce process, because the justice is just coming out with the contract, okay? So this contract's being wrapped up with the world being here too. You have a husband that's probably working his ass off because he doesn't know what else to do with his fucking self right now, okay? They're going through a breakup, a separation. He's given the silent treatment, or she's about to give the silent treatment. During this separation, they both met somebody, okay? So I don't know if there was necessarily cheating or not, but there's a lot of people in the energy, okay? I don't know if there's cheating or not. I'm not even going to go there. But there's still a legal marriage. And he came across somebody that's a meant to be scenario, because he's looking at her like she's fucking gold, okay? Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Fool, it's frisky, she's shiny, there's love here, you guys complete each other. It's so cliche, but it is what it is. She was meant to come into somebody's life. Now, the wife, on the other hand, they're going through the whole separation and breakup. Meanwhile, she's dating. Somebody new came into her life. Okay? She's getting back out there, making plans. Like I said, somebody new came into her life. The person she's dating, she's actually the other woman. So she's looking over her shoulder. So right there, that tells us that's instant karma for this mama. Because now she's ending a marriage, but now she's involved with somebody else's marriage. If you're that person, I'm sorry, but that's just like, what are you doing? And I know plenty of you guys, this is you. I have plenty of clients all the time where they get involved. They're still married, but they actually get involved with somebody else, and chances are they're married. But like, you're breaking up your own family to go to something where you're breaking up their family. And that's not a meant to be scenario. That's karma. That could last 6 months, 7 months, 5 years. It doesn't matter. Now she's constantly going to have to watch her back. Okay? But meanwhile, the woman over here, that's a meant to be scenario, twin, soulmate, came out twin. You guys complete each other. Okay? You're watching him go through this pain. So how is it you're even coping in this situation? Because what the hell do you feel like right now? Do you even feel good enough? Because you're watching somebody else go through this pain, and you're watching this emperor go through pain and be jealous at the same time. This cannot be easy for anybody. But I will tell you, if you're the other woman in this masculine's life that is getting a separation, you kind of are meant to be. But it doesn't mean that you won't walk away. It doesn't mean that there's not more time needed. It doesn't mean that something won't go down. Because it looks like you guys might have a massive blowout. Okay. I think you'll be okay, but you might have a massive blowout. And it might be because of this. So now the Queen of Wands energy, let's see where her energy's at, because you can't feel good with this situation because you're the man that you're with, and you had to have done something right because you complete each other. See what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think you stepped in and cheated. I think there was already a separation, and you got brought into the picture. But you're still dealing with all this other energy. You're still dealing with what they're going through. So it's got to be extremely stressful. And for all my clients and those who are going through this, I'm not judging. We're getting to the bottom of this. Obviously, you found comfort with a new man. Okay, yeah. So this other woman that's attached to the Emperor, not the Empress, the other woman, clarity, truth. Okay, protection. So something, you guys have a protected thing going on, but you're starting to see this too. Okay, it's becoming clear. So I don't know how you're going to handle that, but it's becoming quite clear of what's happening in this scenario. So this Emperor is just going over his head over and over, like events. It's definitely over, but what's his energy? He's preparing for a union. So you do have a meant to be scenario over here. I really don't know what to say to you guys. Sometimes things happen in life. I will tell you the best advice I can give you. And it's not even for the other woman. It's Empress and Emperor, the ones that are separating. And for my mama is that we're married and you're leaving your marriage for someone else, or you're putting the effort in there. You're fully aware this other person's married. And I'd like to say to myself that this is uncommon, but it's not. It's so common. It's painful. I don't even find it like ridiculous. It's everybody needs comfort, and it's where you find it. But that's lack of self-comfort. Okay. So you're only gonna go through a more painful situation here because I feel like 9-9. You're putting yourself in another scenario. You're not even out of the first one completely. And now you're another woman. And I know you just want comfort and synergy, all those things you probably didn't get within your marriage. So I get it. I'm not knocking you, okay? You just need to understand that this won't work unless this other person walks away from their marriage to be with you. And I don't see that because you're dealing with a snake. This man is clever, okay? You're going to be watching over your shoulder because you're now the other woman. And it's real easy to be like, oh, well, you don't know our dynamics. I went through this all with you guys when I got myself involved in a third party in a marriage last summer. And it was the worst decision I ever made. And I justified it. And I've had that opportunity my whole entire life. And I was always like, fuck this, fuck that. And I got sucked in. It seemed too good to be true, or the way we met, it was so serendipitous that I'm like, it has to be right. It was a lesson. It was like a wolf in sheep's skin, whatever that lesson, that saying is, you know what I mean? Like, for me to really stand my ground and be like, no fucking way. And I convinced myself, well, you know, they were kind of separated. They weren't sleeping together. They were together for their own reason because of the kid. And you know, they had been divorced or on the brink of divorce plenty of times. He had moved out numerous times, moved back in. Like, so I know what it's like to tell yourself you don't know the dynamics, but you're only fooling yourself. You know, and that had to end. It was a given, but I held on, trying to figure out, could we make it work, could we not, for a little too long, right? In hopes this other energy would walk away, because I'm sure this other energy is the same thing. I'm not happy in my marriage. You know, there's no sex, there's no this, there's no that. Well, we don't really know, but regardless, you're still fucking married. So, and if you're living in the same household, it is what it is. Stop trying to make excuses for somebody who's still living in the same household as their husband and wife. Okay, so now this is what this wife is going to go through, because she's leaving her marriage, or the marriage was already over regardless. He's just finding out about somebody new. But the person she's dating is now married. Okay, so chances are this is a lot of you guys. Okay. But this won't work out, because he's not leaving his marriage, because he's looking at her as the other woman. And he's giving, this is why this came out twice, because he's giving to his marriage and she's still giving to her marriage. But she finally left this masculine out of the situation because she was trying to give too much, right? So figured out she can't do that. And it's just a shit show. Or this is him being like, you know, my wife doesn't take care of me and I'm lonely, and she fell for the trap. Okay. So I think the biggest scenario is, if this is my mama's and you're watching, because I know I love you guys, and you put yourselves in these awful situations sometimes, and we try to make excuses. Unless this person is going to leave his wife, do not get involved. I think it's too late. You're already involved. You're already dating, seeing this person, you know. It's a given. It's here. The plans are set into motion. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news or be this person, but that's not going to work, because not because of your first marriage, not because of your marriage in general. It's because of their marriage, and they still live together, and they're still playing a dynamic. They're still giving to the wife, but they're telling you that they're not getting it. Okay. And there's children involved, and there's money involved, and there's just too many dynamics, and there's just so many excuses. Okay. I get it. It's painful. I'm telling you, unless I would drop this right now and tell this person, you need to leave your family if you want anything to do with me. And I think it's too late. Okay. And some of you are just going to learn the hard way. And I really, really hate to tell that to you, but it's the truth. So there's that. Okay. Now you have this masculine. Now this is the first marriage. Now remember, we have husband and wife that have probably already separated, left the scene. It was already over, not living together. Okay. She met somebody new, started dating that person. Now she's in this situation, dating somebody else. And if this person's not married, he's certainly dating someone else. But if she's the other woman, then they're in probably a common law marriage. Okay, if not physically tied up in a contract. in the midst of this separation, a woman stepped into this emperor's life. Now this emperor is going through walking away from a scenario, wrapping it up, probably working his ass off. Okay? It's over. This energy is preparing for a new phase in their life, but still having a really, 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 really hard time knowing that their wife, technically still their wife, has moved forward. So that can't be hard. That can't be easy on this other woman that's in the picture, because she's giving her energy, and he is too. He's giving his energy to the right things too. Okay? But I don't know how you're handling it. And now I got plenty of yous out there that happen to be the other woman, but technically you're not really the other woman, because technically they're not living together. So your dynamics are different. You don't have the ties of a karmic relationship. The person you're seeing is ending a karmic relationship. Yours is not karmic, but you're in a really tough scenario. Now, for those who are going to start seeing or meeting somebody anytime soon, be real careful. I would look into the background. I'd ask questions, especially if this is you. And this is your old story and you start meeting someone new. You got to be real careful too right now. So, I'm going to help all of you guys. But the marriage thing, I don't need to go any further. That's a given, whether you want to hear it or not. If you're leaving one marriage, or that marriage is already over and you started dating, you knew very well you wouldn't get involved with somebody who was married. And I'm telling you right now, you are officially the other woman. You chose to date and see this person. You chose to put yourself in this situation. Okay? That's your outcome. Whether you last for 5 years, 7 months, it's not going to work. Now, we're going to just call her the Queen of Wands. Everyone knows her as the other woman. I'm not categorizing you as a homewrecker or anything. Because I feel like this living dynamic was over anyway. I don't feel like they were living together. I feel like this is just a new cycle. This person's probably going to go through a divorce real soon. It's over. I don't think the other woman has much to worry about. But there's going to be worry regardless because of you guys' scenario. Okay? So, what's up, Buttercup?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I'm going to take a shower.
Okay. So I think this masculine, because he's reminiscing and upset about this scenario. Heartbroken. You know, really got to wrap it up.
But his name's Dave.
His name's Dave.
I bet his name's Dave.
Dave. You guys might know a Dave.
Sounds
But
like
anyway,
a Dave.
sounds like a what?
He sounds like a Dave.
Sounds like a Dave? I don't know. So, but he really is preparing for what's over here. Okay? So maybe you're not aware of that. Okay? So, I guess let's find out where the other woman is, because a lot of you guys are the other woman. And not the married other woman. Okay? Single. Came into somebody's life for a reason. Non-married woman. But with the married man. But they're not together. It's a different type of scenario.
Those are not my booty shorts, dude.
Nope, those are booty shorts.
Why?
They're probably Lonnie's.
I don't know where my underwear went, dude.
Your underwear?
Yeah, mixing like everything. Sure, your underwear.
This looks small. I did see an underwear bin. Is it right there on the ground? Dig in that.
This?
Yeah.
I didn't think of this.
Did you Friday pair?
Yeah.
You forgot your Celtic pants.
I got it first.
Forgot your drawers. Okay. I love you.
Oh my god, dude. I give up.
Don't give up.
I just did give up. You wanna know why?
Oh, why, babe?
It was too difficult.
It's too difficult, so you just gave up?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't give up.
Okay. So, yeah.
Okay.
Still gotta talk about the headphones. So, I'm waiting. See what I say?
Mm-hmm. Love you. So now, we're going to focus on the other woman because I feel like this is more of a meant to be scenario. And let's focus on, I guess, try to have some type of positivity in this scenario. It's tough. Okay? So I'm going to take this off the board. This other, I think, whether you see it or not, this emperor who's still legally married is going through a massive obstacle, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for a union. They know there's something here, okay? But they're also still really having a tough time with this scenario, so I guess you're going to have to cut them a little bit of slack. You know, normally I would not advise that. But because we're really digging and getting to the bottom of the scenario, I think there needs to be a little slack. But don't quote me, you know, if you know something shady, because this could be you where you had no idea somebody was seeing something and you're just finding out that you're legit in a marriage and there's another woman and you need to be out, right? Because it could be this other woman. So this could play out many different ways, okay? So I'm just going to pull your best advice. And you're coming in as a twin, so you got a pretty effing strong bond with somebody, whether you asked for it or not, okay? Because there's obviously lessons here for you, too. You definitely didn't want to be part of this. There's no effing way you wanted to be part of this. So chances are it's you guys, my spiritual mamas, that are finding yourself in this situation. And you know whether or not you need to walk away or stay. Okay? You got to use your best discernment when it comes to the scenario because you guys are in a really tough situation. So we're not going to get like really, really into it, but I'm just going to pull yeah, right now the connection that you have with somebody, the other woman, okay? You guys do feel like it is like a destined scenario, but I can't imagine how you feel. Right, and there's lessons here too. And I don't necessarily think it's self-worth, Michelle. I think you already have self-worth. I think you're trying to push through a scenario because it's kind of a meant to be scenario. This is how I'm seeing this. This husband and wife already separated. They weren't living together. I don't know what was going on. But you didn't come in under bad karma, if that makes sense. Like something was done right because the karma, the justice is going in your favor. You know what I'm saying? So they had to have already been separated, not living together. Like it was over, if that makes sense. Even though they're still feeling the pain from it. So I think that's even harder for you because you see this energy having to say goodbye, and you're probably thinking to yourself like, but I'm right here in front of you. Why I think you're more like, why is he still feeling the pain? You're confused. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to throw your best advice because you have a scenario that's meant to be, and you have very unfortunate circumstances in front of you. And I don't want this read to keep coming into play. I don't. So if you're going to leave the scenario, leave the scenario. If you're going to work on it, have patience. Okay? It's a tough scenario for a lot of you. So best advice for the other woman or soulmate. I'm not even this whatever this is, okay? Because you know I can't stand using the twin word. There's twins, right? But that's not the real name. You got yes, being more optimistic, opportunity. So these cards are saying to, let's get one more, but these cards are basically saying, you know, it's an opportunity, take it, it's up to you. Okay? So the other woman. Let's see what lessons you're going through. You got indecision. So you don't know what to do either. Right now you're just trying to use your intuition. Okay? And I wouldn't know how you would feel either in this situation because you're going through just as tough as a scenario as a lot of other people. It can't be easy watching somebody else hurt and you're wondering why are you hurting? I'm right in front of you. You know, so it's, you guys are seeing a whole bunch of different stuff. And you got honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So you're definitely questioning this other energy, right? Spirit's basically saying, yeah, go ahead. It's an opportunity. It's up to you. All right. But you also got freedom right here. I pose the power to create my own happiness. So you're not the happiest go lucky person right now either, because am I being lied to? Am I not? Am I being honest to myself? Do I want this? Do I not? You have a very strong connection with this person, so it's tough, right? And right now, you're extremely indecisive on what direction to go into, and I don't blame you. I do see you still interacting with this energy. Going on with the other woman. What's going, and I don't even really want to call you the other woman, but I have to so we can decipher who's who. So again, using your intuition, there's some type of karma with the manifestations here with the magician. You're in powerful energy right now. To me, something's going to karmically go in your direction, and you have this new start. Could you be a secret? I don't know. I don't think so. You could be. But you're looking at yourself as having a fresh new start. I don't know if it's with this person or not. I do think you're using your intuition. Oh, my back is hurting all of a sudden, wicked bad. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, but you got the Death card and the Lovers and the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pence. So to me, this is, they're going through an ending, or this situation is transforming, especially between lovers and marriage and all that. You got the Ace of Cups and you got the Ace of Pence. So you are seeing this, okay? But because I do feel like you have a scenario where you should probably, it's up to you, right? It is an opportunity. I would definitely follow your intuition here. You're definitely questioning where you stand. You probably know where you stand. You know, I don't think you would know where you stand with this type of energy. But it does look like karmically something's going to go in your direction. You do have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so some of you might actually walk away. You do have the Five of Cups. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret. Okay, and embrace the new opportunities for happiness. Okay, and then you got the Ace of Wands. You came in with the Ace of Wands, a gift of passion, opportunity, inspiration. So some of you guys might walk away from this scenario because it's too much for you to handle. I think if you choose to stay, it looks like something karmically will go in your direction, okay? But I can't tell you that whether or not. This is you being indecisive because you're with somebody right now or talking to this person, this energy, your lovers, but yet you're watching them go through an ending. But they're going through a lot of pain and anger and resentment and guilt and all this stuff. And I think you're just over here being like, I'm right here. What are you doing? Like, hello, you're gonna acknowledge me? So you guys, I'm telling you, like, it's tough for you. I think, you know, your best advice, if you hang in there, you know, it could work out. There might be a really good opportunity here, but I can't tell you to stay or leave, okay? You got the butterfly for one card. Relationship evolving, going to the next phase, okay? So you just don't quite know what to do either. Everything does happen for a reason. I think you're probably the spiritual one saying to yourself right now, like, there's a reason for this. You know, there's X, Y, Z. So you're trying to be positive, but you can't really create in this moment that you guys are all experiencing either. Okay, so that makes it even more difficult. I think all you can do is try to remain positive. What else? Any advice for Queen of Wands? Yeah. So to me, it can go either way. Just because a card comes out and says twin flame does not mean that you need to be with this person. Do all signs indicate that it could probably work out between you two? Yeah. Are you going through something right now that's hard? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling left out? Are you feeling like maybe you could just feeling like a piece of meat? You got the Ace of Wands. You know, you got seduction, okay? Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Because, see, you still feel like you're part of the third party. Why? Because you are. Because technically they're still married. And some of you, with the High Priestess being here, this is a secret still, okay? So I can't even imagine what you guys are going through, okay? You know, again, you got the sword with the rose, the clarity, the truth. So there might be something you can resolve here, or something's going to come to, something will come to light, okay, that might get you from where you don't want to be, okay? But yeah, this is heartbroken. So this situation is just as hard for you, okay? So I think some of you are going through this heartbroken situation because you're either feeling their pain, or you're just walking away, and you guys are really, really connected, so it's going to be painful for you to walk away. That's if you choose to walk away. So I don't know what you're going to do. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. See what you're walking towards. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. Do I fight for it? Do I not? Which we already knew with being indecisive. Tell me about this Five of Cups. You are going to have a nice shift of energy. You have an energy that's watching you. So if you walked away from somebody, it's not over. And this is also what's next for you. So this could simply be saying that this energy is walking away from this other energy too. Yeah, no, I think you're walking away. Because you're getting a look at something this other person, yeah, see, like you're stressed out. You don't know what to do over the situation. Because you're getting an outside look at something. And the person you're dealing with is in the inside. And then they're not seeing what's happening on the outside because they're more focused on this side of it. Okay, which makes sense because they're in the midst of fucking chaos right now. But you might walk away. I can't. I wish I could give you more advice. You might be better off taking yourself out of this scenario until things subside. To be honest with you. But it's up to you on how you let this play out. If it becomes too much stress and very overwhelming, yeah, fucking free yourself. You have the opportunity. You can, right? So if you feel like you're not getting the truth, then take yourself out of your scenario, because right now you're just sitting in energy of being indecisive. Like, knowing is kind of a meant to be scenario. Knowing that there's an opportunity. But are you just going to wait for the opportunity? Because I really don't think it's self-worth, because I think you already have that. This would be more of, if you're not getting what you should be getting, you need to take yourself out of the scenario. Just want to look at something real quick. Damn. Are you fucking kidding me? The same exact cards came out. The same fucking 3 cards just came out of the deck. Just all 3. I just put those all back into the deck and shuffled. Okay? And I tried to ask the question another way. So to be honest with you, you might want to take yourself out of this equation. And I know it'll probably suck, and you're probably in a situation where it's going to hurt because you're already attached. But right now, you're probably getting breadcrumbs, okay? And you're not getting what you deserve. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. What are you walking towards? To me, you could be walking towards this person and everything happens for a reason, because you are walking towards this. So now we got this twice. Because if you look at this, she's walking towards somebody. So maybe this is keep going. Maybe this is don't give up. Everything does happen for a reason. Maybe you guys can create something brand new. Because now it's pulling me to the picture. Because to me, you want to turn your back. Because it's pulling me to the picture. Right? So it's almost like it takes great strength to even walk in this direction. But again, like, remember in the beginning when I was saying everything happens for a reason? If you're my spiritual one, like, you would tell yourself that. Like, everything happens for a reason. Gift of passion, new opportunity. And right here, all these cards say, yes, opportunity, it's up to you. Right? So you're going towards something positive. So in a way, it's kind of keep going, but you have to decipher this however you want to. Tell me about this Five of Cups. Because you are walking towards the Ace of Wands. And you are walking to a brand new path. You're at your crossroads and you don't know what to do. So you got the Three of Wands, High Priestess, Eight of Cups, the Fool. So you're taking a risk. Because this is heavy. This connection you have with somebody, it weighs you down. Because of everything that everybody's experiencing. I'm not saying this person's a bad person. I'm saying all the exterior energy is just, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. So, some of you, if something doesn't feel right, walk away. Others of you, if your intuition's telling you to stay and hang in and help and be that person, then you do that. You would know best, okay? Because this is basically saying both. So if you walk towards this person, for some of you, I gotta go help with dinner real quick. I gotta wrap this up. Because some of you, this is saying you're walking right towards your Two of Cups. Or others of you, you need to leave this behind and you're going to meet somebody new. But I'm not really reading it that way. So if you walk towards this energy, you have sabotage, rebuilding, or working on it. Okay, so it's all about your perception right now. So it's up to you. They could be sabotaging it and not even realize it, or you're just going to walk away and sabotage it. See what I'm saying? So you got to follow your intuition here. You got paradise, you know, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other. So ultimately, it's up to you, which I was saying anyway. I do feel for you. I do feel for everybody involved because I feel like everybody's a little lost. And some people are going in the right direction and other people are going in the wrong direction. If this situation doesn't feel right to you, walk away from it, okay? If you feel like, and this is you with your gut, your heart, not listening to other readers. This is taking that time out for yourself for a second and really getting in tune. Because we have that beautiful gift within us to know, okay? Careful. Sheldon's out, and I think he pooped.
He clearly did.
Okay, because I can smell it.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, I'm wrapping this up in a minute.
Okay. The baked potatoes will be done in 10 or 15 minutes, but I have a meeting in 10 minutes, so
Okay.
you'll have to shake them out.
I'll do it. Will you grab me the Clorox wipes in the bathroom or the baby wipes?
Yeah, well, Katie's in the bathroom, but I
Oh.
go over when he's out.
Thank you. Don't listen to other readers either. Use your intuition here, guys. Listen to what your gut's telling you with this scenario. If it doesn't feel right and you feel like you need to walk away, walk away. Okay? I do feel you're indecisive right now, but that's because you're not really listening to your intuition. We all have that powerful tool. Use it. Get honest with yourself. You know, you create your own happiness here. So if you're going to stay in energy of like, you know, don't stay in that too. If you need answers, seek the answers. If you're not getting them, you know, walk away. You need to listen to your intuition here. If you have lack of passion, no, I don't want to even bring that up. So try to shut down the brain and listen to your gut. Don't listen to other readers because that can throw you way off course. Something can piss you off instantly and you just assume it's your story and it might not be. And this is a very complicated situation to be in. So just use your gut. Am I getting what I need from this? Is there synergy? Are they putting in effort? Are you putting in effort? Being worried, I think, would be natural. Being uncertain, I think, would be natural. Are you happy? You know, obviously you might be bummed out by this situation. I mean, that's a given. You know, you're with somebody and they're going through this massive change, and so aren't you. I don't think you're necessarily being neglected. I just feel like they're not really seeing the bigger picture. And that's understandable because they're going through something. I guess it's how you're handling it right now because their attention is kind of elsewhere. But if you guys are good, okay, don't walk away out of fear. You know, there's so many reasons to stay and see something out, but listen to your gut, not your brain, is the best advice I can give you right now, honestly, okay? So I hope this helps because I don't constantly want to keep seeing this on my board or reading this energy. I just don't. And then you pulled patience. Everything happens in divine order. Self-esteem. Be confident in who you are. Again, with being indecisive. But the fact that patience is coming out, I do feel like you need patience for a certain situation. And you are probably feeling a little lonely, okay? But that would be in your own brain. Because if you're feeling lonely and not getting the attention, then fucking walk away. But I think you're getting the attention because it was the Six of Pence, right? And justice. So I think if you're feeling lonely, it's because you're just having a hard time because of what this other person's going through. If that makes sense. Because if you're not getting the attention and you're fighting for attention, fuck that. Put on your fucking kicks and be out, okay? But I don't think that's this scenario. I think for those who were in that scenario already were out. Okay, and this will probably roll back around, and you did the right thing by leaving until they take care of their scenario. Okay, and others of you, you hang in there. If it feels right, then you stick around. If it feels wrong, you leave. But use your intuition. It doesn't really let you down. It really doesn't, guys. It doesn't.
Have your phone directly, please. My phone's much dying. I just read the answers off my phone.
Okay. So, I love you guys. So you gotta talk about it. Someone's not talking. Talk about it. But I gotta go help the chicklins. I love you guys. Hang in there. Okay? We'll talk soon. No judgment either. Just do what you know is right. Okay?